What's going on, guys? So as you can see, the Supra is really smoking. Like it's getting worse. I'm not sure what's going on, but I bought a bore camera. We're gonna pull the spark plugs and we're gonna change the oil too. I'm gonna go get Rotella 15W40, and then so we're gonna change the oil. We're gonna put new plugs in it, and when we pull the plugs, we're gonna look at the pistons and see if we can figure out if the oil rings are shot on the pistons. So yeah, so just not too happy how bad it's smoking right now. I don't know what to do. I really hope it's not the motor. It's definitely not the turbo.
Wrong.
Because I've already rolled that one out and figured out it's not the turbo. So I don't even know if I want to take it for a drive because it's smoking so bad. Like, it is really smoking. Yeah, so I don't know. Appreciate you guys watching these videos. I really need you to subscribe to them though. I need to get that subscription counter up. And I would like to hit 1,000 by 2022. That would be awesome. I'm gonna try to do more content. The other Supra, Justin Supra, should be coming back soon. It's at paint. The motor's heading down to Brian Roche in Maryland. My transmission's coming out of this car again because it's sold, and I'm going with a T56. But we gotta figure out this smoking issue before I throw in the T56. So yeah, let's take a ride down onto the AutoZone. We'll get some oil, filter, and I need to drive it anyway to see if that oil ring is on the pistons, and then we'll go from there. Well, we have had a slight change of plans since about a day or so ago. So I got my bore scope. The whole entire feed line's getting redone. It's just throwing so much oil at this thing. So I'm doing that. I got this bore scope, so I want to look at the top of my pistons and see what's going on. So once I get this hooked up, I'll show you guys. All right, guys, so this might be hard to see. Hold on. Yep. So this is cylinder number 4, and you can see the wetness over there. That's not good. That's more than likely oil, which means the piston rings, the oil rings on the pistons probably need changed out, which really sucks. Because I don't want to have to pull the motor apart. The guy tuning my car, I switched tuners. The new guy wants me to change the oil, run a little thicker oil, and we're going to go from there. But yeah, so it's not looking good. But I'm going to keep on going with all this, pulling out the spark plugs. He has me setting them up so he can see them. I got to take a picture and send it to him. And then we'll go from there. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on going, and then when I fire it back up, I'll show you guys the smoking and everything. Well, I'm probably not gonna fire it up till I get the new AN line. So this is like a video over a couple of days because I'm waiting on parts. All right, guys. So I got the oil changed and I got the new 3 AN line on. The fitting that actually broke, the company that I got it from actually reached out to me, and we were able to go over what happened, and they ended up suggesting I get a new line instead of using a reducer for a 4AN line to a 3AN reducer. So now I'm running a full 3AN line from the block, and the company is called Red Horse Performance. I'll put their link down below. Their customer service is outstanding. I mean, I can't say honestly enough about how good their customer service is. It was incredible. And I will 100% use them for everything from now on when it comes to AN fittings or lines. So I'm pretty excited about that. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. I did pull the spark plugs and gap them differently per the recommendation of my new tuner. So now I'm just gonna go over it, look for any leaks, and I'm sure nothing's leaking, but my main concern is, you know, that, which I think that's leaking. Yep. Oh, maybe the crush washer isn't good enough, or it's not tight enough. So, all right, I'm gonna address that real quick. All right, guys. So this has been an exhausting few days. So I pulled off the old turbo, and I don't know if you guys remember, or I pulled off the new turbo, brand new cartridge from Boost Lab, Borg-Warner cartridge. Barely had any miles on it. So I pulled it off, and there's a lot of shaft play, and it would dumped oil. There's like this little cup behind the exhaust wheel, and it was just dumping oil out of that, which is causing a lot of smoke. So I put on I think you guys remember the eBay turbo I had. That's a knockoff Borg-Warner. It's a legit Borg-Warner, but because I guess because the way the guy rebuilds them, he can't label it as a Borg-Warner, but it's identical. So I put that on, which was like a $200 turbo, maybe, well, the cartridge, and it was still smoking, but I was like, okay, this thing was dumping oil. The old turbo was dumping oil into the exhaust, so maybe I just need to go take it for a drive. So I put everything together, took it for a drive, and it basically barely smokes, like a little bit when I leave a stoplight. Nothing like it was on D-cell and all that other stuff. So I still think I need to do piston rings, but I think it can wait now. I think I have an opportunity to continue driving the car and do my 6-speed swap, and maybe look at upgrading the motor next winter. And I can just start buying parts this winter to do that next winter. The main thing I really want to do is get this transmission sold and get my T56. I really want to get the T56. So what I'm going to do now is tomorrow I'm going to go get some fuel, or some E85 fuel, whatever. And I'm going to drive the car to work on Friday and see how it does on the highway, because that's where it smoked the most, in 5th gear when I'd let off. I barely had any smoke when I just took it for a drive, and I got on it. I shut off traction control. I know that sounds stupid, but I shut off traction control. So for now, everything seems okay. I'm not as worried anymore. It still probably needs piston rings. Not piston rings, but the oil ring is probably leaking, or it's the valve stem seals, which I feel it's the valve stem seals. And if I do cams this winter, which I really want to, the valve stem seals will get replaced. So for now, the turbo is going to go back to Boost Lab so they can look at it and figure out what the hell happened. And the transmission needs to get pulled out of this car ASAP, so I can get it back down to Freed Engineering, and they can rebuild it, and they can figure out, you know, what happened with that. Why after 300 miles I would grind going in the third. So all that's going to be happening. But yeah, I think we're good. I still got to drive it tomorrow, and we'll figure that out. But I think this is gonna be a wrap for this video. The next one will hopefully be, let's see, pulling the transmission and then taking Justin's motor and my transmission down to Maryland. His is going to Brian Roach. My transmission is going to Freed. And then after that will hopefully be, I got new bushings for the front and rear upper control arms and for the power steering rack. I have brand new tie rod ends somewhere, hopefully still somewhere for the, oh, they're right here. Okay, yeah, so I still have brand new tie rod ends for the power steering rack. All that is gonna be getting done while I wait for my T56. So soon here we'll be, you know, doing a lot more stuff to this car, taking it all apart. I'm gonna clean it all again under there like I did before. I mean, it's just dirty from where we live. And then I wrap these. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys this, but I suck at wrapping. It's very difficult and it's all peeling. So I'm gonna see about getting these painted the same color as the wife's Jeep, because it's basically this color, but it's the color I wanna paint the car. So I wanna see about getting them painted that color. It couldn't cost more than a couple $100, I'm sure. And then another thing I wanna do is see about installing this radar detector, which actually clips on up here. And I could probably steal power from here because it just needs power in the ground. That's it. So I'm gonna look at doing that. But yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading lately. I basically washed my hands of this car for a while because it was smoking so bad and pissing me off. But it looks like things are getting better. So yeah, so I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope to be putting out more content. I just got a lot going on right now. Almost done with my bachelor's degree, and I just got a lot going on. So I'm gonna try, but here's something at least. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Please smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, comment, just show me some love. Thank you.